little lovelies. I hope I find you all well and in tip-top condition. Now, I have been a very, very busy little boy. Oh, yes, I have. And I have found something rather interesting. So, let's go and have a little look, shall we? Independent witnesses report silent ghost plane which turned the sky dark. Those were the headlines in a national newspaper. The story went on to say, separate reports of a mysterious ghost plane have emerged in Derbyshire, where witnesses have seen a dark, silent shape sweeping across the sky. Onlookers have stated that they have seen a dark shape in the sky at around 6:45 p.m. on Monday night at different locations across the county. Mark O'Brien believes he saw a quiet, low-flying plane above him after picking up his daughter from a swimming lesson. He said it was so low it must have been around 2 or 3 houses high. I thought it was going to crash, he said, but it was large and very quiet. I remember it flying above me and my heart stopping for a second. It looked like an old World War II plane, but it was so dark I couldn't make it out. He said I panicked because I thought it was coming down on one of the houses near Ashford Rise, which is near my house. There was no noise, no smoke. It just flew off and disappeared between some nearby trees. He went into work the next day and told his colleagues about what had happened, thinking that they'd say, "Oh, you're crazy." One of his colleagues also said they had seen the plane. They said it was so weird, really, but a lot of people had seen them before. Lindsay Taylor of Barnsley claims to have seen 2 ghost planes at the same time as Mr. O'Brien, only this time near the village of Hope in Derbyshire, in the Peak District. She said the whole thing was really weird. We were driving towards Barmcroft when the radio suddenly lost all signal in the car and the sky just went really, really dark. All of a sudden, this huge old aeroplane flew over our heads, completely silent, and was heading for the ground. My partner and daughter both saw the same thing. We thought it was going to crash, but then it just disappeared. Seconds later, we saw what looked like the same aircraft, this time to our left, and it banked over onto its side and looked as though it was going to crash before disappearing again. There is no way a real plane could have had the speed or the height to pull off something like that, but we heard no crash at all. The plane looked really old with propellers and was green. The whole thing lasted a couple of seconds, and before we knew it, it was all over, and the sky had gotten brighter again. I don't know if there is such a thing as a ghost plane, but I can't think what else it can be. Pam Orridge said the news of the sighting prompted her to remember a sighting from a few years ago. She said, "My son and I were driving along the A6 towards Roseley from Darley Dale. We had just passed Church Road on our left. Suddenly, in front of us was an aircraft flying very low towards us. So low that we thought it would crash, but then it banked sideways and again disappeared. We could not identify the aircraft other than it was old and it happened so quickly and it left us quite shocked." There you go, guys. That's the story of the ghost plane. Very interesting, and as I said before, it's been well documented in the local press. Now, if you guys have got any stories out there along the same sort of lines, send them in to us and we'll do our best to put them on video for you. You can send them to the link in the description that's below this video. Okay, this is my first time on screen like this. I hope I haven't frightened too many of you or given you nightmares. Let me know what you think, and until next time, all the best.